What's up guys, and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be telling you 10 things you probably didn't know about Star Wars Battlefront 2. I kid you not, one of them is how to do double damage as Boba Fett, so stick around to the end to see that one. So number 1. Yoda can absorb Dooku's lightning and then chuck it back at him. So if you hold your guard as Yoda, while Dooku does his lightning, and then use your push ability, it will actually chuck his lightning back at him, just like in the films. And now for number 2, while we're on the topic of Yoda, did you know that he takes absolutely no stamina loss to Palpatine? It appears DICE wanted to throw in even more film references in when designing Yoda, as you can hold his block against Palpatine's lightning and just laugh at them while you drain their stamina and they have no clue what to do. Oh, what a shame, Palpatine. Looks like you can't just dodge and spam your lightning for once. Maybe you'll have to go and learn an actually good character for once that takes skill. You probably do know about number 3, but you'd be surprised how many people don't. Parrying. Whether or not DICE intended this to be a mechanic in the game, it has definitely become an essential skill to have while dueling. For those who don't know how to do it, when holding your guard, press your attack button as soon as their lightsaber connects with yours, all the time not letting go of your block button. The best thing is, if they keep spamming, you can just chain these parries and let them destroy themselves. Back to Felucia for number 4. Because, did you know that there's actually quite a few interactive things on Battlefront 2's maps? Probably least known is these fences. If you come over here and hold X on Xbox and then corresponding buttons for whatever you play on, then you can actually turn the fences off, and sure enough you can turn them back on. The fences aren't the only thing though. For example, the elevators on Bespin. Now for you Maul and Vader players out there, here's a handy tip to help you maximise your abilities. Firstly, if you do play Maul or Vader, let me know what level you are down in the comments. I'm currently a level 142 Vader and level 59 Maul. Now for the thing that you probably didn't know. For this one, you're going to need your lightsaber throw, and your choke or throw. Firstly, throw your lightsaber. First it will hit them in the front. Good. Then it will come back and hit them on the back. Now stop. Let's pause here and break this down closely. From the instant the lightsaber hits their back, you've got an opportunity. For a short window of time, their guard will actually be broken, which if timed correctly, will allow you to get your choke off or throw off. This has a side effect. It will confuse your opponent. They'll start complaining about how they never let their guard down, and you must be cheating, and then they'll rage and smash their computer. And you'll be sat there feeling pretty smug and thinking, wow, I'm glad I clicked on that video that told me how to do this. So how about you subscribe as a way of thanking me now? You will. Now for number 6. Here's the thing, nowhere in the game does it explain this, so I'm going to have to do it for you. Your lightsaber actually does different damage depending on where you hit your enemy's body. From the front, as you can see, Dooku's hit does 130 damage here, whereas from the side it does 160 damage. The same goes for the back, also doing 160 damage. That's why you see good players trying to dodge and hit you from behind. Not only are they more likely to actually hit you, but they'll actually be dealing more damage. So bear that in mind next time you're in a duel. I will admit 7's a bit less of a useful and more boring one, so I'm going to keep it quick. Simply in your settings you can actually preview what changing different settings will do to your UI. Side note, did you know that you can actually change the colour of your crosshair? Right, back to the really fine details of lightsaber combat for number 8. And that is, did you know that depending on your direction of motion, you can actually do a different style of hit? I'm using Obi-Wan here as an example since he's got some pretty cool animations. So here is his normal forward hit. Now his backwards hit, dodge forward hit, in the air hit, and dodge to the left hit. And finally, his dodge to the right hit. 9 is definitely less known. There's a star card for the Enforcer and Infiltrator classes that is called Acquisition, but it's actually 2 cards in one. Now firstly, it does what it says on the package, which is mark enemies for a period of time who are damaging you. However, this card was actually a replacement for the old Explosive Experts card that was removed when Droidekas were added to the game. This card would increase a grenade's area of effects by up to 80%. Now, as I said, the Acquisition card is 2 cards built into one, as it seems when they removed the Explosives Expert card, they kept its effect in the form of the Acquisition Star card. Here's a bonus 9.5, as I noticed something while filming this video. The Wookiee Warrior's Bowcaster actually fires differently depending on how you fire it. If you hip fire it, it fires horizontal. If you ADS, it fires vertical. And if you overload it, it fires in this pattern. And now, for the final one, number 10. Well done and thanks if you're still here. I mentioned earlier about doubling Boba Fett's damage, and I wasn't lying. His standard melee hit does 100 damage, but if you change the range at which you hit from, it's actually possible to double this and do 200 damage. This is more than most lightsabers. Sure, it's not the quickest and does require some skill to perform, but you will still shred most blaster characters up close, and maybe even take out a lightsaber hero. Well, that was 10 things you might not have known about Battlefront 2. I hope you enjoyed it and will consider subscribing, maybe leaving a like or a comment. But apart from that, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.